The Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, on Sunday got more than he bargained for following his disclosure that he would be declaring his intention to run for the 2023 presidential race on Tuesday. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Serious Matters on the TV. My name is Olukule Abraham. And of course, this is coming from Chris Ngige, Dr. Chris Ngige, who happened to be the Minister of Labour, who on Sunday got more than he bargained for as Nigerian students, angry Nigerian students, told him that his declaration or his intention to become Nigeria's president is dead on arrival. Ngige said God had spoken to him regarding his presidential bid. Hence, he would make a public declaration on Tuesday. God did not speak to Chris Ngige concerning the students that are at home, that are not at work. He didn't speak to him concerning ASU. He didn't tell him to do something about ASU. God did not tell Ngige what to do about ASU. Just ASU. They put him in charge of ASU alone. I mean, in charge of labor alone. In charge of labor. And, if it is not ASU strike, doctors are on strike. If doctors are not on strike, there is always one strike. That is just one ministry, But God is telling him, you are not faithful. You are not faithful with little. You are not faithful with little. The Bible says that if you are not faithful with little, they committed little thing into your hand. It's shaking. It's shaking. And you want to be president of Nigeria. Well, the development has earned him heavy knocks from Nigerians who question his capacity to govern the country. If he could not successfully resolve the crisis between the Academic Staff Union of universities and the federal government, you could not do that one. You want to become president. God told you. What do you think you are talking? You think everybody does not. Nobody knows God. I mean, you are the only one that discusses with God. Prophetess or prophet Dr. Chris Ngige. You are the only one that God talks to. The lineage of Samuel. Prophet Samuel's son, grandson. You are the only one that God talks to. And God left the matter of the present office you are holding. And then he's talking to you about the one that is in the future. You are not successful with the one that you are holding. I beg you. Majority of Nigerians who commented on Daily Trust reports on social media took the minister to the cleaners, declaring his ambitions as dead on arrival. Dead on what? On arrival. That's what his declaration is seen as. Our correspondent reports that the ongoing industrial action by ASU has entered its second month with no end in sight. With no end in sight. If your own son, now listen to me, sir, with all due respect to you, sir, if your own children were to be on strike now, will you have resolved this matter? And you didn't have a choice. But you people will put your children abroad. You put your children in schools abroad, and you will be toying with our education system in Nigeria. And you say some boys are blocking the road on Kaduna-Abuja road. You say that our trains cannot move again because, they are being attacked on the road. Even the ones that you educated, there is no enabling environment for them to get jobs. Even if you cannot provide all the jobs. Do you remember how many millions of jobs that this administration said they were going to be giving us every year? I don't know how some people, maybe these people just think that the people they are dealing with, they are non-entities. We are all just mumus. We are just muntulas. Just muntulas. You are Minister of Labor. ASU has been on strike now, entering the second month. Just ASU. And here you are. You have not been able to resolve that one. You want to become president. God is talking to you about president. God's PA. ASU had on Monday, February 14, 2022, announced the 4-week total and comprehensive warning strike following the inability of the union and the federal government to reach common ground on the demands of the university lecturers. Some of ASU's demands include the release of revitalization funds for universities, renegotiations of the 2009 FGN/ASU agreement, release of earned allowance for university lecturers, and deployment of the UTA's payment platform for the payment of salaries and allowance of the university lecturers. Now, following the expiration of the initial 4 weeks of the warning strike, the union had gone ahead to declare another 8 weeks, saying that it was giving the government more time to attend to its needs. All these are happening in this country, and all we are interested, we are pardoning people who are criminals, who did wrong, they were suspects, and the court sent them to jail for criminal offenses, for corruption. They will say they should not be in prison, they should be pardoned. That's our concern. We should be concerned about that. Why? Priorities have to be set right. Priorities have to be set right. We say the youths are leaders of tomorrow, and we are doing them anyhow. Always remember, these ones that you choose, that you refuse to allow get educated, your own that are getting educated, the ones that don't get it right eventually amongst these ones will be the one that will become nuisance to those ones of yours that get educated. And that's exactly what we are already seeing, and we are battling with today. Who are bandits? Are they not human beings? Were they not born like every one of us was born? Were they not named like every other person? Does every one of those bandits, every one of the unknown government, don't they have names? Did they bring those names from heaven? Those names were given to them by parents, and there was a gathering that day. There were prayers being done, whether as Muslims or as Christians. But they have become what they have become today because somebody failed to do what he was supposed to do. He said, amid the lingering strike, Ngige made his intention to run for the president known rather, not unknown, drawing the eye of the Nigerians on social media. Even enemies of Nigeria are declaring for president. God forbid. Agata Namna Longteam, a Facebook user, wrote. Muhammad Uzaifa said, imagine who didn't solve ASU problem is thinking that he can solve Nigeria's problem. This is a shame, Mr. Ngige. For Unwora Peter Shizoba, also a Facebook user, have he resigned? Has he resigned as a minister? Because he will surely lose that payment and won't smell presidency. A man is about to lose two things. Muhammad Uzaifa, he said, okay, yes, I had mentioned that earlier on. Joseph PK Michael, he said, you are not qualified. In fact, you are the worst person among the aspirants. 4 months of ASU strike, nothing to issue about. Comrade Bakatsinen, well, I hope I got that right. Zazo, you said you failed to help our life negotiated with ASU, and you want us to vote you. Don't let me tell you what he said after that. Anas Galadima, he said it is high time we, the students of tertiary institution, will rally round and show you Shege. Ajayi Davis, you cannot solve ASU problem and you want to solve the Nigeria problem. Azan Ibrahim said, dead on arrival. Someone that can't negotiate between government and ASU wants to lead the whole Nigeria. Salim Toro, you are very funny, Ngige. It's the right time for we students to show you Shege. Look, let's leave it at that level. So you can drop your own comments and let's hear what you have to say with the declaration of this man with his black glasses. I beg, make our car jump. I will find something to chop. I start with today. Let me disturb myself with all this kind of matter. I beg, please drop your comment, make them simple and civil. You know what? I'll be back. Bye-bye.